The cup.
Wait, did you mean the
cup
green?
And some matches.
The green container or the bottle? Which iced tea? There's one that's in the green container.
Does it say iced tea on it?
It doesn't say it. It's an unmarked green container.
You can bring down a lemonade or whatever's up there.
Okay.
Whatever's up there, and grab the bag the smoke's coming, because that's where the matches are. Okay. After he saves the fucking day, he's still running up and down the steps like a freaking Sherpa.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot what you asked me. I should have said cigarettes.
Oh, thank God, such a damn good sport. Oh, anyway, here we are again, and this is our second try at this new interface, and we're trying the Google Wirecast interface this time instead of the other one to see if it works better. It looks like my mouth and my voice are not adding up as I'm watching my ugly mug right now being recorded. Oh, I look like horrible. I look like I just got done sandbagging a flood. Anyways, we had torrential downpour here in Philadelphia, and we're so happily sitting there watching the lightning. Oh, it looks so freaking cool! Wow, wow, wow! And then, bam-o! What happened last week? And our studio got flooded again after everything was already redone, and it got flooded again. We're like, how did it happen? It's the outside drain was clogged. So now it flooded again because somebody didn't unclog the drain again after the first flood. And we ended up stopping up. Kevin ran to go run outside. Olivia ran outside. Freaking, those two look like they've been through a hurricane, and and I was inside here freaking the fuck out, trying to stop things up with my freaking comforter off my bed, which was, luckily I just finished washing it, so it's down here, and now it's soaked full of nasty, dirty water with all kinds of nasty bugs and nasty shit. And TMI. Anyway, we're going to see Kevin's about to come down here in a minute and looking like a drowned rat. Olivia refuses to get on the air, which is normal for her anyway. So, and we're just getting used to this interface, trying to figure out which one we're going to use when our show finally starts back up. Hopefully in the next 3 weeks. Shout out to Throwdown Syndicate. I hope you're available, and get everybody back on order, including, gosh. I know we're waiting list a mile long. You know, if you're on it, you know. You know you are. And we will get everybody on accordingly, and hopefully get this thing back together again. Shout out to JB Metal, who showed up yesterday for the barbecue, which was canceled because it was raining out, so we canceled it, and then the sun came out, and then freaking we were like, fuck it, we don't want to feel like too schizo, so we just sat here and with all this pasta salad and crap that's up their faces and by ourselves only. No, seriously, I wasn't into it. Olivia was. She worked all our ass off Friday getting this whole freaking place cleaned up, and I slept the entire day. The entire day I slept. I just burned myself out to the point where I just had to sleep. And I apologize on air live for her picking up the slack. But, you know, we have to do that once in a while for each other around here. Anyway, shows I'm going to start back up hopefully in 3 weeks. That's the third weekend in August. Second week of August is taken up by the Bad Religion show. Sorry. We have punk rock, Bad Religion, Vandals, Pennywise, and Offspring. But that's going to be awesome. I have 9 Inch Nails this Wednesday. Saturday's Bad Religion show. And then the following weekend after that, I've got a bunch of shit to do for my band and everything. So we're going to try for the third week. And the featured band is a surprise. We're hoping it's Throwdown Syndicate from DC, originally scheduled to do our premiere anyway. Or Ganto Barn, who were the first one scheduled. So either way, one of those two are TBA. Are you still soaking wet after all the running up and down?
Unfortunately, not as wet as I was.
Unfortunately, he wants to bask in his glowing glory of being freaking soft. Oh yeah, no, you're looking pretty waterlogged, sir.
Okay, show me.
Well, you can see what you look like here because you get to see yourself on camera while we film this one.
Okay.
And you, you probably.
Wet?
Yeah, he's soaking wet. Oh, nice too. Wait, we gotta get you a chair.
Yes, that would be good.
Here, grab that brown chair.
That brown chair? Okay.
With that, fit over here, bring it around this side.
So I can walk twice the radius.
Okay, no, because there's all these wires here all caught up.
Ooh, endless wire.
Careful.
Rucker.
Continuously good sport. But when he's had it, he's had it.
Oh, yeah.
And he's soaking wet. You can't really see. Let me see. Can we get Justin?
Maybe this will help him look. Ah. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, this has been a very exciting day. I was just taking a cold shower with my clothes on.
With Olivia.
Outdoors.
With my roommate.
Yes, with her, and digging up little vines and other shit that may or may not have been clogging the drain out there. Looks like the main clog was rain. Enough of that, and
thank you very much for saving our studio, because if we weren't here to get that, it would have been a sump pumping, and a sump pump doesn't fucking work.
Sump pump.
Motherfuckers.
Sump pump.
$12,000 for our basement system.
That'd be a good band name, Sump Pump.
Sump
Pump.
Sump pump.
Man, something's wrong with that. Something's wrong with that. Man, why are you missing?
Sump pump.
Sump pump. I don't know. Some punk thought that was a good idea.
Sump pump. That's as bad. That's almost as good as Suburban. What was that? Suburban Scum.
Suburban Scum. That's a new band name we found. That they're automatically good just because of the name.
They're from Jersey. They're not punk, but they're metal punk.
Yeah.
Kind of hardcore, kind of unbearable.
Punk influence.
Unbearable fucking music. Like, I fucking love it, but you know, some people. All I know is that they don't sing like.
Yeah, they sing.
Yeah, they say. Like,
which is a lot more human.
Yeah, because at least they're trying. You know, at least there's some semblance of words coming out of their mouths.
Yes.
They're not using the voice as an instrument, by the way. Voice is an instrument.
Voice is an instrument.
That's more like, yeah, if you're using a kazoo or like a didgeridoo or
like
something, that's using your voice as an instrument, not. Yo, we got to get Will over here with his round didgeridoo. Insert picture of Will if we can wear us out. The main reason for doing the show was to fuck with his interface, but one, to get the pre-recorded tracks down for the 360 show this Wednesday, which is not pre-recorded now, it's a live recorded anyway. I don't know if I can even use this footage. And then the other one was to do some tracks for Diane for her Junction Music piece, which is taking us fucking forever to get done. So sorry, Diane. I worked, and he can test for it, for at least 15 hours this weekend. And video edit, which was for naught because my video edit program crashed and I lost half my shit, and I feel like ABS, I always swear by them, fucking sucks now. Don't fucking get it. It's no. I mean, as a tool, as for video program, it rocks. It's the best for every video, imaging, everything, audio. It rocks. I recommend to everybody. I made you buy it.
Oh my God, yeah.
The video editing program keeps shutting down and freezing, and it does it. It's the worst than ever, and it always did this from the very beginning.
Windows Movie Maker.
No,
it makes you a little brainy.
Vegas Video, if you've got money or if you know how to snag a keygen. So Twisty Suicide, if you're watching, I need your help.
How do you like Windows Movie Maker? Is that any good? I guess it's not any good at all, is it?
For cutting and for trimming and for doing very, very basic shit, but for like a professional video editor, it's limiting.
Okay, literally, so that's the only thing I have any knowledge of, obviously.
It's very easy to use. Anybody could use it.
Hence me using it.
But Macintosh has got a wonderful program that comes installed on the computer for making short clips of things and makes it look more professional. Of course, they're prefab templates, but still, they're very, very Marvy and they're very fun. If you're looking for something quick to make something, and like your own little, you know, I custom make all our title sequences, and I do have. That's how I make my living. I sell them to other people too. But you can make a really easy one with a little Mac computer if you can afford a Macintosh.
Does everyone remember the Testament album?
I'm smoking a cigarette live on air because I can.
Because you can.
Because it's so tacky though of me. I know, but just, you know what? After all,
I saw one documentary where people smoked.
We just went through. Damn,
I just had a cigarette upstairs.
You were so good.
Yeah, I just smoked a cigarette upstairs. Probably the third cigarette I smoked all year. So I don't really smoke.
I throw one all day, pretty much, because I've been able to find matches all day.
Bro, does anyone remember the Souls of Black album by Testament? You just remember the front cover? It's a bunch of hooded figures standing like this. Maybe I could kind of be a Testament Souls of Black person right now.
Or you could be Lizzie Borden, or you could be
Grim Reaper.
or
Rock
you,
you to hell.
or you could be what's his name, King Diamond.
I wouldn't see that. Maybe Candlemass. Maybe I could do that.
Well, if you put a bucket on your head, you could be Buckethead.
Yeah, but I got the cloak on.
His cloak is a windbreaker.
It's a windbreaker. Yeah, I know it's a windbreaker, but it's a dark windbreaker.
It is, and you're very, very sinister with the way it's pulled down your nose, just showing.
Right.
You look more like one of the monks from Monty Python.
Oh, you're right. But I can smash the bucket.
I can get you something to smash it on your head.
Yeah, I'd rather. I could do without that. But really, what we need is a condenser.
Anyway, I need to think, and yeah, we're gonna see how well this micro. It is a little thing he says that is picking up our voices just fine without using this fancy, messy thing, which we normally,
that little Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
We normally
thing.
use this little fancy pants thing, which actually is nowhere near as good as this old freaking condenser mic, which is what we use to crunch when we have like freaking death metal bands playing down here in our small little basement studio. Okay, gotta keep them away from each other. We'll keep them separated. It's awesome, right? Oh, this is what we use to crunch all the sounds into the computer so that it comes back out and you can actually hear music. So.
What sci-fi movie does this remind you of most? First, I was kind of thinking, more War of the Worlds than Hitchhikers. Like, you'd shoot
What's
this.
Hitchhikers?
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
I never saw that.
Never seen it, but there's something in it that looks like this. But anyway,
I never saw Hitchhiker's Guide. I think I'm thinking Pros and Cons Hitchhiking by Roger Waters.
Well, I like the green light because that means this thing gets shot, and then a green force field appears, just like in War of the Worlds.
War of the Worlds is the scariest movie.
That was a scary ass movie, the 50s movie. Go out and see it. And my grandmother, by the way,
I had nightmares about it for years.
My grandmother heard that the War of the Worlds broadcasts back in the 30s.
Did she fall for it?
She was a kid at the time, but she told me she was scared shitless by it.
Oh man!
I mean,
can you imagine nowadays if somebody got away with that shit? That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, there would be no way to get away with it now, because now everyone would look on their iPhones and be like, wait a minute.
And be a viral, it would be like a web scam,
yeah.
It would be like a Betty White is dead thing, or
that was like the first sort of found footage
or
thing.
No,
also.
Bon Jovi died, courtesy of our friends. Who was in
Minutia and the Bon Jovi.
Yeah, 15 minutes of freedom, of fame, of infamy.
Of infamy, and a lot of angry Bon Jovi comments. We could talk about one of those things more and more. Sometimes people getting famous for internet hate. Katie Shaw,
what kills,
Brooklyn Girls.
Yeah, probably that's his latest thing, is his Brooklyn Girls thing. I just find it unbearable, freaking singing of music. Musically, I find it an unbearable song. I used to live in Brooklyn. I watched it. I didn't see anything offensive. Because I'm not some hard-ass Brooklyn. You guys show everybody, make it be about Brooklyn. Everybody's got to be represented. Fuck that shit. She's from what I can see, it's a chick. She's singing about Brooklyn as she sees Brooklyn. And she's not saying anything negative about it. It may be kind of hipsterish or whatever it is. Yes. I'm more freaking troubled by the freaking vocals and by the fact that they're really great videography. And the fact that all the great videos that I produce for bands and professionally produced, and all the ones we don't professionally produce, we just do for fun, and they're really great, and nobody fucking watches because they're not freaking awful, and they're not freaking totally offensive enough, they're not anything enough.
But Katie Shaw gets 100,000 hits, and people go, man, this ain't Brooklyn.
200,000 people, but she's hated. And you know what? She's donating money to AIDS research, and somebody's yelling at her saying, "You take your money and go freaking shove it up your whatever." You know what? You people, just if you don't like it, don't listen to it. Go fuck yourselves.
Well, anyway, what we didn't have enough of a lead-in for, and just in case this is actually making it and being aired somewhere, it's a song called "Brooklyn Girls" by Katie Shaw, and it's just, let's just say it's very polarizing. But anyway.
I don't understand what the big hoopla is. People have got nothing better to do. Like, the world is so small. They should be more offended by, like, Reverend Al Sharpton burning down the neighborhood for no reason. Hello. Yeah.
Well, didn't Mayor Good try to burn down most of West Philly?
Yeah, but that was a bad judgment call and a freaking move of idiocy against in desperation. Yeah. Instead of burning down a whole city block for no reason and creating hatred amongst people just to get a rise and get on your soapbox is wrong. And I mean, okay, don't even get me into Reverend Al Sharpton. Don't even get me going.
Yeah, 191 is not going to get political.
We don't get political, but I just hate it. I hate watching haters. I hate watching people getting torn apart for no reason, and people having so much time in their freaking small worlds to spend so much time like being so
But believe me, when the cameras aren't
fucking
rolling,
miserable.
when the cameras are not rolling,
We're beating the shit out of each other.
no, we're saying a lot of negative things about people.
You.
Yeah, we're talking about if we know you.
You know who you are. You know who you are.
Right. When the cameras aren't rolling, chances are we're talking about you and we're saying something bad about you. But the important thing is we won't say something bad about you on the air. That's why you should watch us and get us more known.
We'll just say it behind your back or to your face when we see it. But you know who you are.
Right. We only if you hang out with us, we'll only talk shit about you behind your back.
No kidding.
Okay. Yes, and not in front of us.
But we might go on Facebook and make some vague fucking statement. And then we're gonna post a whole bunch of prefab posters that we didn't even make ourselves. All these stupid things about friendship and about trust and about about karma. Karma's no deadline. Or how about like those ones with those stupid those ones that was like old time 50s postcards. Those ones that are really big now, where it has like.
The 50s housewife sitting somewhere in the
geez, I hope you step on a Lego, bitch. Stuff like that. Or that was pretty kind, actually. There's some pretty.
How about bitch, please? Like that term got. I think it was popular for a while, but then it got really popular for like a month. Bitch, please.
That's like that's like you know. That's
yeah,
like
I know.
Bitch.
But then just those two words, bitch, please, that got popular. What about remember this? People write that on Facebook, and they just like they posted something that they thought was cool, and they write right under it this, or someone else would make a comment that was funny underneath them. They do like an up arrow. They go this,
and they say that.
This, that, yeah. One time I made a post on Facebook. I just wrote this, and then Derek wrote right underneath, threw it underneath, and he wrote that. Sorry.
And I said, you guys are so gay.
I don't think she didn't say anything. She didn't say this or that.
No, I didn't say anything. I didn't even notice.
Not much of this,
I'm not on Facebook unless I have to be. And I'll go my little 48 hours of straight Facebook stuff, and then you won't see me on there for a week and a half. And no, I don't blow you off, and I just hate checking messages, and I'm not good at it. Sorry. And voice messages, I don't do either. So if you've been trying to reach me, text message me. If you don't have my cell number, then
well, don't break into the house, but
shut up.
Okay, I'm sorry. Shout
out to John and Lauren in law. You know who you are.
We still love you.
We still love you. We do.
We still love you. Okay. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we just said it. Okay. All right. Now let's talk for the purpose of the show. The real purpose of it was to talk about 360 Live, starting again this Wednesday. Metro 360 Live show, which is the where we go around town and we do our local music coverage. And this Wednesday, it's going to be tough Wednesday because I'm in school, so hopefully it will air. If not, it will air when I get home at 10 o'clock. It's just to air at 9, but it probably will air at 10. And this is footage and it will air Wednesday and then all day Thursday from noontime until 6, I guess. That's what we'll do.
Yeah.
The 360 footage. And of those bands that we covered this last few weeks, we have, who did we cover? Jimmy Stevens, Full Tilt Boogie Band, absolutely fucking unbelievable. Wait to see him. Johnny Popcorn.
I was not there for this.
No, because you work all freaking fucked up hours and you don't get to go. We have my band Shadow Play, of course. Another band, Working Class Villains. If you have never caught them, they're one of our 5 bands to catch while they're so local. You gotta catch them. What else we got? I was introduced to a couple of new bands this last week. I saw Drew Nielsen for the first time live. He was awesome. He said he did a shitty set, and he said I can't use any of the footage, so we'll play something old from him. He has a new album that just was released. Called Drew Nielsen Band. It's a new album. This is a really cool cover. I have a tree on it. You'll see it. Also, new soloist I saw, his name is Ashton John. Very good. I saw him at the M Room. And then at the M Room, also, there was a band that closed that night. This is it. This band closed. I got a video of them. They are fucking unbelievable. They blew me away. You know how hard it is for bands to just blow me away first time I see them. Blew me away. Blew me a fuck away. They were not on the ticket. They were not scheduled to play. And I cannot find them anywhere. I asked the booker Mr. From Gravity Given. He said their name was Dreamcatchers. They're not Dreamcatchers. If they are, they do not have a website, do not have a Facebook page. Dreamcatchers. I don't think that's their name. That's not what I recall. And I cannot find them anywhere. All I know is they're playing on August 10th somewhere in Kenneth Square. And I'm going to play their video on Wednesday. And the first person to tell me who this band is to identify them for me gets a 191 box of crap. A colossal box of crap. Might even have a midget in it.
A midget in it.
It might. Also, we're going to be showing footage from, we have a special re-airing on Thursday night at 8 p.m. We are re-airing the Phantasm reunion show in its entirety.
In its entirety.
Yes. Because of all you mother people that did not make it out to their reunion show. I don't think you understand. This is not a reunion show. They're not getting back together. This is a one-time deal. Like, let's get back together and play this for the fun of it kind of reunion show. Now, I heard about it last minute, but I was really excited to go because I thought a lot of our old group would be there, and I saw nobody.
Not even so-and-so.
And not even you and you and you and you and you and you and you know you are. All you people from Doc Watson's days and back in Local Shots when Local Shots was still Local Shots, and everybody for our group, the Phantasm house parties. How could you fucking forget Phantasm house parties? They were the best house parties ever. It was a great associate.
You can't all have kids.
How could you not go to the Phantasm reunion show?
You can't all be working late hours.
You can't all be working late hours on a Friday night and freaking Finnegan's. And then upstairs was John the Conqueror playing, and nobody came for that either, and they're fucking amazing. So two great acts in one show. Our biggest thing was, how are we going to see both at once? A big dilemma. I'm not yet got to see John the Conqueror live, except for through the freaking from the parking garage at Dave & Buster's because we were late that night. But they're really good friends, and my roommate Liv, and so she saw them, and I saw Phantasm. She went up and down the steps a zillion times until she couldn't do it anymore. I got their whole set on video. It's good video footage, and we're going to re-air the whole thing live on Thursday night and again on Friday night. So, and then it will be part of our streaming. You have to see when else it plays. Or you can watch it whenever you want to. Just go on our live stream and look for a Phantasm reunion show.
Some of you were making sure your kids are doing their schoolwork and then putting them to bed.
On Friday night.
And yes. And then maybe some of you were working late, but the rest of you...
Some of you were working, some of you had shows, some of you were sick, some of you were away, summertime, you know.
And some of you were playing Xbox.
all of you, oh, come on. Oh, my gosh, where was everybody? I was thinking, damn, I was in a fat mood. I was thinking, I want to see people I haven't seen in freaking ever, and I look like shit.
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of thankful at the moment, but, you know, they were fucking great, by the way. Phantasm kicked ass. I got a hold of one of their vinyl. I actually bought it for Andrew for a gift. I'm going to keep it.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry,
that's a new policy we're going to have. We always say support local music. What we really mean by that is...
To guilt the fucking shit out of you and tell you...
If you don't
go... I'm putting this out.
No, if you don't go to a show where... That you could have gone to conceivably, if you can't say it's because of work or family, if you can't put in those two, we're going to get someone... go to your home, walk right in your door, and deal with
you. We're going to start dropping names. No, you know what? If I don't make it to a show, it's because I really can't. It's very rare that I just don't feel like going out. Or I just don't. But I'll tell you what, it is not rare lately that I don't have the money to pay a cover, which sucks, and I will never. Even when we go out to cover a show, we don't ask to be comped at the door. We really don't. We want the bands to get all the money, the door money, and the credit for us being there. But it is helpful if you do schedule us to come out, so at least one of us interns or something, because we are all starving and poor and stuff like that. And I mean, it's not even that we need money to drink or anything, because I don't even do that. But it's a struggle, I know, for everybody. But Phantasm reunion, maybe people didn't realize that it was a one only show. It wasn't a reunion because they're getting back together. It was just a one-time deal, and it was a little disheartening not to see at least a good showing from the old crowd out there.
Yeah, I know
I just wanted to say that I was really disappointed that I didn't get to see a lot of people that I haven't seen in a long time. I was really looking forward to seeing a lot of you, just seeing you and seeing the old crowd back together. We've all gone separate ways. We're all real busy. All this amazing.
Well, there were a lot of bands called Phantasm, and the guy that Metallica fired on bass, Ron McGovney, before they made an album, he was in a band called Phantasm at one point. So maybe some people saw a Phantasm reunion. No, I was never really a fan of Ron McGuffey. I'm not going to go to the.
Oh, they thought it was maybe maybe thought it was like a showing of the horror movie or something. But
maybe a showing of the horror movie, or they thought it was the L.A. Phantasm that was around in 1983.
No.
But no, this
if
was.
If you're from Philadelphia and you're in the music
Phantasm.
scene, and in the last 10 years or so, and Phantasm are from Rochester originally. They're transplanted out here. These are the best house parties ever. They were, experimental. They play their fucking instruments with power tools. I mean, they're cool as shit to watch.
Well, like that one German industrial band.
They're nice.
There was some industrial band that would do that.
Experimental, but these guys are experimental, and they're very. That looks very, very sexy on you. You must support that.
Glory days.
He used to do a Bruce Springsteen song now.
Yeah, I used a tie for a bandana and that, but now I can just use this. I like that.
It's like little strawberries. No stars.
Yeah, it's patriotic. It's patriotic.
So we are in the Phantasm show Thursday night, Friday night, and throughout. We'll just keep airing it, but it's on the stream. Whole freaking show in its entirety. I filmed it, and it's one camera shot, and it's from one side, and there's people walking in front of me. I hate it when people do that. Fucking people. Anyway, so blah blah blah. So that's gonna re-air. So we have Wednesday Metro 360 show airing around 10 o'clock at night. It's starting at 10 o'clock and then re-airing the following day with the bands that we covered, and that includes we'll run down again. Jimmy Stevens Full Tilt Boogie Band, Johnny Popcorn. We have Working Class Villains, Shadow Play, Ashton John, Drew Nielsen. Drew Nielsen. We have the mystery band from the M Room that played, I believe it was at the 11th. Was it the 11th of July?
The Dream Weavers, Dream Catchers.
I don't know what they are, but they're fucking awesome. Their guitarist is unbelievable. Unbelievable, dude. You are so unbelievable.
Yeah, unbelievable.
You don't have any idea. And he's a knockout, too. He's a knockout. You're a knockout. Just know it now because you're going to figure it out anyway. Knockout. Unbelievable talent. 3-piece, and they are blues. They're a blues band, and don't dig the blues so much. I mean, I like the blues. I got Work Class Villains, the best blues. Oh, wow, man, these guys are fucking awesome. Unbelievable. Okay. When we re-air this, I'm going to play a little clip of their set right here. Ding. No, there you go.
Okay,
we're also going to be playing footage from John the Conqueror, because even though I didn't get them on video, we're going to play some of them, because we didn't get their set. And also, the band called Le Raquette out of New York City, who we did not get their set either, but we're going to play some of their footage. And I think that's about it in terms of bands that we have got Stereo Titans. We're going to air some of his new Stereo Titans, which is Gab Guma and Damon's new band. And hit the bass player from Joe Jordan's Experiment, Kev. Fucking amazing. I mean, this guy's out of control. Also, some footage from our barbecue that we had here. There's supposed to be the season opener, which includes Supreme to Resurrected solo. We've got some footage from the Delphonics practicing up here in our kitchen.
Wow. Yeah.
The actual Delphonics, yes, we're here, and Stereo Titans, and of course the star of 360 Metro show this week will be Mixed People with Paul Branson, who was caught zillions of times, and I've got so much footage of. I just don't know what to do with it. It's all
She's almost too good for us.
She's almost too good for us. My God, she came here to play our show, and she didn't even get on stage because we had a PA problem. By the way, our PA works fine. It was an wiring issue. I don't know what it was. And I'd like to know where all our microphones went, people. That one escaped being kidnapped, but we're stuck with our wireless mics and a couple shit mics, and our other mics I cannot find. So please everybody check your gear bags for them. Also, dun 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 dun.
Now also go on.
What are you doing?
Nothing. Go on. Go on the show.
What's the
show must go on.
What's the other thing we had to talk about?
You tell me.
That was Diane. It's Junction Music. Our piece on Junction Music, which is coming out. We're doing a feature documentary, mini documentary, and a commercial series on Junction Music, which is the #1 recording practice and recording studio in the Philadelphia area. facility-wise and engineering-wise, is, I mean, legendary bands. Practice Sarah, Record There, we got Anvil Bitch, Costume Clad, Rivers Monroe. I mean, I can keep going on and on.
If you're in the northeastern area of Philly, and
oh no, there are bands that come all the way from South Jersey once a week to Practice Sarah.
Right, exactly. And that's where it's in, sort of northeastern area of Philly, and
phenomenal.
You can just.
She's an incredible engineer. She's taught by Phil Niccolo, and interned with him.
Yeah, it's rehearsal space, it's practice space, and actual recording in there. And if you want to book practice time in there, it's a sort where instead of like renting out a room month by month, you just call in and reserve the room. Pay like $65 payment on the room, and then and then you get it. It's done in that way. So it's up.
But with that, you get full backline, storage for your gear if you have your practice regularly. Plus, you get every recording session, every practice session is recorded on MP4 for your benefit. I guess you tape all your rehearsals, and it's top of the line. You can't beat it. Easy in, easy out. It's hard, not the easiest place to find, because if you're famous, you don't want to be recording like in the middle of freaking Plymouth City Mall. So anyway, you can find it. Just look for the giant cube.
Well, I think like if you were Tiffany when she was famous. She would record at malls because she would perform at malls, so she would probably love to go to the Plymouth Meeting Mall.
Yeah.
And so yeah, that's a really pointless fact. And then when I was a little kid,
same with Debbie Gibson too.
She would do that, right?
I think so.
I saw Debbie Gibson play at Borders once in the early '90s, and then I'll tell you, in the early '80s when I was a wee lad, about this big, I don't know, could be a condenser mic. Anyway. MTV used to do this thing where they would.
Your parents?
No. MTV would do something where they would come to local malls and just broadcast a bunch of shit there.
MTV did.
Yes, this is early '80s.
Now Hot Topic does that.
Well, anyway, yeah, this is at the Willow Grove Mall in the early '80s. MTV came to that mall.
I did not know that.
Now, exactly what they did at the mall, I have no clue. I walked in and there were a bunch of giant TV screens everywhere. There were VJs walking around, and maybe I was even on TV. I don't remember anything about who was there. I just remember like, wow, that was awesome. I was probably it was probably 1984, at which point I would have been 4 years old.
And that was when they first started their big and Dixie's Midnight Runners. All those videos were out.
Yeah, that's what that would have been like, right on the heels of like Thriller.
Yeah, Thriller, Billie Jean, and then we had Himalayas Fall and Adam Ant, and it was freaking awesome.
Shadows Fall, they were, people don't remember that, but they were really big back then. Lamb of God was kind of big in '83, even though they hadn't formed yet.
They weren't conceived yet.
They weren't really conceived yet, but there's Lamb.
Who could have ever conceived that Lamb of God would be mainstream?
Yes.
I would ever think that Metallica would have been, or Slayer, for Christ's sake. Oh my God.
I'm still waiting for Lamb of God to write their Enter Sandman.
I'm still waiting for them to put out their ballad. Their ballad hit. Yeah.
I would love to watch Lamb of God do a ballad.
They should do a ballad with
that's 25 to life.
Do a ballad with Slipknot or something. Slipknot somehow.
Slipknot could pull off a ballad conceivably.
Yes, they could.
Conceivably.
Especially now that they don't have a drummer. No, they do have a drummer. Who's the new drummer?
I think it might be the guy who's playing drums in Mistress right now. But they don't really have a drummer either.
He's in jail. Isn't he in jail?
No, Mistress are without a drummer right now, but they might just take Lamb of God.
So Shadowplay, by the way. We have two bands in the area.
Shadowplay don't have a Skinsman?
Shadowplay do not have a drummer, and neither do Mistress. Two of the top bands in the area have two drummers. So Skinmen, you Stickmen, if you need a home, a reliable home, ones of bands that are upwardly moving or very quickly and out, freaking by all means, please contact Shadowplay, rockandroll.com. Shadowplay rock and letter N roll.com, and then Mistress Band, I think it's mistressband.com, or contact Mita Krichenko on Facebook. We'll put a link up. They both need drummers.
Yep, so we definitely have to help.
Drew Nielsen Band needs a bassist. Who else needs what?
Who else needs what? It's hard to say. I mean,
brain farting right now.
My band's in a bizarre situation where I think we have 5 people in it, but we only perform with 3. So we got
sometimes somebody who's not even plugged in.
Sometimes someone who's not even plugged in. We have one guy who hasn't done anything in almost a year with us, but we're still keeping him on board. And we have another guy who left the band 2 years ago who we're going to be playing our second gig with since he left. So, Yeah, I don't really know what's going on. So yeah, it's like we have too many people. You think we could give, but in terms of drummers, yeah, I think we can't help these bands out. But
So
anyway,
I'll play their indie Lollapalooza. We're talking Foo Fighters kind of drummer, and we also need, and we're looking for somebody actually more jazz oriented, and Mistress is metal.
This is so all you Scott Travises and Dave Lombardos and Paul Bostaph.
That's Dave Lombardo.
Not Dave Lombardo. That's tacky.
He's tacky.
But Paul Bostaph and John Getz and Gene Hoglan's. Gene Hoglan's.
Who's Gene Hoglan?
Dark Angel. Metalocalypse.
I never liked Metalocalypse.
Me neither.
I hated that show.
I never hated it, but
there was one guy in it that reminded me of somebody that was a very bad person in the past.
Hoagland was also in Testament at one point, but so were
the murder guy reminded me of this guy Steve. Ew. When I was a teenager, he liked me, and he was really creepy, and he was very dangerous kind of person. Yeah.
Dangerous person like you. Yeah, dangerous people like me back then too.
Unfortunately, it's 70 Monte Carlo, which is my favorite kind of car, so it's a weakness. I'm stupid.
Riding on boys with cars. I was quoting Drew Barrymore.
Speaking of cars, I sold my car. It's been a very, very melancholy week for me.
Yes, the bitchin' Camaro is now gone.
Yeah, I did a lot of crying. So shout out to Forrest and to Nick Sosa for offering your mechanical skills for when I finished the body work, which I finished the body work, but I got my son's tuition bill and I needed to liquidate, and it was well a liquid asset, so it's now gone after 20 some years. I've had that car, and I've had it and it was almost ready for the paint. It needs a lot of more work than what I can do and afford for it, and it just made sense. But it's a very, very, very emotional week for me. Some people think, oh, it's just a car. It's an end of an era for me, if you know anything about me. Right. Which you don't know, because people don't even know what I go to school for, and they don't understand.
Right, and I mean, I think. Right. Well, I don't know.
College like is fucking expensive. Let me tell you something. I didn't think Zach would go to college. I was so proud of him that he was going, and now it's like, oh my god.
Now you're gonna pay for it.
Yeah, or he's gonna pay for it later, and I don't want him having that much debt. But at this point,
loans, yes.
No, this is with the loans and everything. It's what ends up being. So it is what it is, and he's going to be a junior.
Yeah, someday it's going to be just like, remember The Simpsons when the goodbye student loan payments?
No.
That was the line when the criminal guy steals something, and that's like he was paying off his Middlebury debt.
Plus, I have to pay my tuition off, and I graduate in 3 weeks, so I have to pay that.
3 weeks? Okay.
3 more weeks, 10 more classes, people, 10 more classes, and I will be certified to paint your car or truck or airplane or boat.
Okay. Could you paint my
and do any paintless end repair you need, or major body work if you have it. Yep. Actually, quite good. It's been a long last couple years.
It's been a long, hard slog. So come on, people. You got a car you needed to get painted? Give it to us.
I've had to deal with some pretty fucking interesting people.
Now, as far as interesting people, some segments I wanted to add was bitching about the past segment. I never told Beck about this, Athena. I never told Athena about this. So I just figured I'd wait until right now because it's never going to happen anyway. But we get someone we know who's been playing music for a long time, who remembers a time when things were better than they are now, who just sit in front of a camera and complain. Talk about how much better it was 10 years ago or 5 years ago or 15 years ago, 20, we don't care. How much better it was then, how much it sucked now, and maybe give them a bottle of whiskey. And how
much better what was?
Music and all kinds
of
and
bullshit.
Life in general. Well, no, that's the idea. It doesn't matter if any of it's true.
Just because you're washed up.
No. It doesn't matter if he's true. Exactly. We want someone. We give him a bottle of whiskey. And we just let him complain about music for about 20 minutes.
And if
he's still alive, at the end of it, he's still alive. If not,
if you want to come and dump, you may come and dump. Just come on our show, volunteer. We'll give you. We should start a new segment. a new segment on our show. You know, we do the 7 segment. We should do, if you show up for our show and volunteer for our show, you will get your 10 minutes of fame to sit and bitch about the music industry without dropping names, without too much negativity. It has to be a valid fucking whatever.
How about just an actual bitch-a-thon?
You may come and air your gripes here live on air on our show, presenting this. It's not a personal attack. It's nothing. It's we all have negative. Like, my big thing now are bands that leave before the last band plays. Take their freaking fans with them and let the last person will play for nobody. You have a commitment to stay till the end. If you book a show, if you're playing a show with on a ticket with a bunch of bands, you are obligated to stay.
At least one member should stay till the end.
At least one member of your band needs to stay till the end of the freaking show. I know that if you booked the last minute, it may be some circumstances, but don't give me that shit about having been a work early or I got a line to ride. You booked that show. You have to live up to the responsibility of taking that. That is not a joke. There are lots of people who would love that spot, and this is not a game. This is a profession. You need to act like a professional. Otherwise, they will never treat us all like professionals. If 1 out of every 4 bands acts like a bunch of douchebags, you need to stay. It is rude. Management, it also sets the example. If you have to make sure your band stays. If you don't stay, you should not get paid. And here's my other gripe. This is my other big gripe. Sound guys. What the fuck is up with sound guys lately? My God. Rock Cafe Live a couple weeks ago. Jimmy Stevens band. Main stage. What the fuck, dude? You were sleeping. You were fucking sleeping at your fucking station and you're getting paid. Terrible. No, it was not late. It was not a late show at all. And you know what? That is a world-class venue. We should be able, if we have a sound guy that is purposely asleep at the wheel or otherwise difficult, douchebag to deal with, not cooperative, and is not there doing his job, okay, as a sound person, it is not difficult. You either know what you're doing or you don't know what you're doing, unless you're doing with like multiple backing tracks from the stage, all kinds of crazy shit, industrial shit, and you're not familiar with that format or genre. That might be understandable that you have a bad night, but in which case, you shouldn't be there. You should know ahead of time. But regardless, if you're doing sound, whether you're hired by a venue or whatever, you have a job to do. And you always get paid. The sound guy always gets paid. That's why we got to bring our quota. It's pay the sound guy. Sound guy gets paid. Sound guy walks out there at the minimum of $150. Okay, bands walk out there with an average of $100 if we're lucky for 5 people. Okay, sound guy. If the sound guy is not productive, sound guy is visibly difficult, negligent, obstinate, just being an all-around douchebag or doesn't know what the fuck they're doing, then the band should not have to pay that fee. I'm sorry. And it's not something that's relative. It's not like one band would say, oh, he was good, and somebody, oh, no, he wasn't good. Yeah, he was good. You know when sound person is fucking asleep at the wheel. You know when they're being difficult. You know when they're just absolutely hating their job. And you know when they suck. You know when they suck. And I'm not talking about somebody who doesn't know what they're doing and they're trying really hard and they end up screwing things up. But you know when they're not trying. You know what I mean. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean. It's not like if you go to the great room, you know you're going to get good sound because the sound guy there is awesome. And the guy, and I got to give kudos to the guy. I don't know if he's new or not. I've been there a long time in North Star, but he tried really hard with sound. And you're only working with what they give you, but still, there are places and times, and it's happened more often than not lately. I've seen bands, you can't hear vocals, you can't hear anything. And you hear everybody saying, dude, you can't hear vocals. And the more people who tell him, the more pissed off he gets, the more arrogant. Like, don't tell me when you can't hear. You're not part of the band, you're in the audience. No, let me tell you something. If my band is playing on a stage and I cannot hear the vocals, then you better fix it, because that's your job. It's the job as sound guy to make sure there's sound. Don't do your job. Don't get paid. Or let us bring our own sound guys, venues. Let us bring our own sound people. I mean, we can bring our own sound guy, and that way if we fuck up our own sound, we fuck up our own sound. You don't have to pay the sound guy. Sound guy's taken care of. Everybody's happy.
Everybody's happy.
Dun, 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 dun. Lock this. Microphone.
Zyko. Is that a psycho?
No, Psycho. So those are my 2 gripes. They're my 10 minutes of griping.
Yeah, I'll tell you. So speaking of griping,
now you get your gripe. Go ahead, your gripe.
No, I don't know if it's not really much of anything, but I finally, after missing a couple. Look, I only really get to go out to see shows on Saturdays or Sundays, so really Saturdays.
Well, most people normally can.
But I just without going into it, I work late. So anyway, I missed a couple key shows that I want to go to. But anyway, the Thursday night, my friends the Aristococks were playing at JR's in South Philly, And, I get out of work.
But this Thursday?
That was last Thursday. I
I
told you
would
about
have gone to that.
it. I told you about it, and I texted you about it.
I would love to go see them.
I
What was I doing
texted
Thursday?
you about it.
Thursday night I was at Sherrell's getting help her prepare for fundraiser thing. But still,
I think that this was last Thursday.
I mean, even though that bad thing happened at JR's is like my spot. I'm supposed to be doing a new underground punk report.
Well, I had actually texted you about it before I left.
Underground's fucking awesome in Philly right now.
Yeah. So anyway, I drove out to it. I drove out to JR's.
Shout out to Bree.
I was really tired. I was really tired that night. I was thinking, should I do it? Maybe should I?
You went out on Thursday night.
Yeah. I texted you about it before I went out.
I didn't have my phone on. You should just come by.
You texted me, so I texted you back and told you I was going there. So I was just responding to your text, so you should have known about it. I got the idea you didn't want to go.
No, I didn't get your text.
Okay, my text was immediate response to your previous text.
Which was what?
You asked me what I was up to. I said I was going to that. I asked you if you were interested. You never got back to me. Yes. My phone's upstairs. I didn't put it in my pants when I got drenched. I still didn't see
that text from you.
Okay, well, anyway, I drove there, and let me tell you, I jumped onto the expressway, and I'm letting this one guy get in front of me. And he stops. He stops his car as soon as he gets onto the expressway going into the city.
Get the fuck out of here.
Now, I had to stop because
PJ?
I had to stop because I'm waiting for him. And he's just standing there. So finally, I think without lowering the window, they just scream, "Will you move already? Come on!" Something like that. And then he starts moving. So, yes, then anyway, I get down to the venue, and I miss the Aristocox. I come in time for the fourth band and for general bullshitting and talking to them and hanging outside and drinking lots of caffeinated beverages. Exactly. Yes, I got to enjoy the last band that was on that night, Knife.
We got to get some footage of them. We got to put them on our Metro show then. We got to get some Aristocox footage. Add them to the list. Aristocox, check. And what's the other one? Knife.
Knife.
We'll try to find some footage of them too. I gotta get a pen and write this down.
There was a write-up on them after the show. Knife got their write-up. Got the Aristocox. What they have, it's not a problem.
Oh shit! I gotta put the power cord on here. Or we're gonna die.
Okay. Now, I think with the Aristocox, they don't have a problem. They have a blessing actually. But it's see, their thing is their vocalist.
What's the Aristocox blessing?
Well, their vocalist has 3 children, and what that means is not too many gigs. Not too many going out to other gigs. If I forget exactly where he lives, he's at least an hour away from.
3 children. He still shows up to play on Thursday night. And did he stay till the end?
Yeah.
And he still stayed till the end. See that?
Meanwhile, everybody else at the gig, did they stay till the end? Did they catch the 3rd and 4th band? No, they didn't.
They didn't. Usually, JRs are pretty good about that because usually punk bands are good about that for each other.
Yeah, but I know this. Well, I don't know. Yeah, I try not to bitch about it. I have the way I look at it. When I get up there, if you stay to see me or not, it's like I'm here to entertain you. And if you feel like sitting through my shit, go ahead. If you don't feel like sitting through it, I'm not gonna complain.
Yeah, but
it's just entertainment. But I mean, well, yeah, but yeah, sometimes, hey, you're there. You want to, those are the strange things that happen, or I don't want to talk about. Whenever you really commit yourself to a hobby or to a passion, you have to put up with the shit, and this is just part of the shit you have to put up with. Like I'll tell you a little while ago.
It's a commitment. It's not. Yeah. It's not shit. It's a commitment. It's part of the whole scene.
All commitments. I'll tell you something completely unrelated. Let me tell you a completely unrelated story that has nothing to do with anything. That's going to be a total waste of your time. Months ago, I'm at a little family gathering. I'm seeing my brother having this long phone conversation about just the trials and tribulations of coaching Little League softball. He was having to talk to a lot of people, get a lot of things squared away about a lot of other things.
What's that?
That there was all kind of stuff happening. I'm sitting there going, there he is again. All those sports. That's the stuff that comes in when you want to get involved with that. That's what I'm thinking. But the thing is, if you ever want to really be committed to something, that's what you got to put up with. Over here on the musical side, it's really no different. Instead of, in putting up shows, it's still just a matter of how do you make everyone come out just like that, just like with Little League softball. So all these people with their mohawks going to punk shows in South Philly, they're really not that different from the people from the little girls playing softball and their parents and those audiences. Does that make any sense? Of course it didn't.
But it depends on what you're into, but
well,
yeah.
and this
one of these days you're going to be the last person to play, and nobody's going to be out there like crickets chirping, and you're going to say you all suck. You know what? I just got to say one thing, and this is tail off, and I'm sorry, this is becoming a bitch fest, but we played Docksides at Dave & Buster's on Saturday night, and it was an early night. It was always a show. The place was packed. Working Class Villains brought 48 people outside the show. Shadow play, I don't know. We didn't draw like we normally do, but we only had 3 members of our 5-person band, okay? We had our 2 guitarists and our singer. That was it. We still took the stage. We took the headlining position, which is the last position. And regardless of the bands that didn't stay, thank you, people. I mean, most of Working Class Villains stayed. I don't know. I think the other bands stayed. I can see them getting wasted behind the stage. They're from out of town anyway. But they were there, bits and pieces of from what I could see. And there was still a group of people stayed over to see Shadow play. And, you know, I'm telling you, they kicked ass. The 3 guys got on stage, and people didn't think they could do it. They played their hardest shit, and they played acoustic, and it was an awesome. I cannot wait to show footage of the show. They blew me away. I was so proud of them. But regardless of that, the venue, we were 2 to 3 songs into our set. The venue starts packing up. But from the stage, you're watching the bar getting zipped shut, stools going up on top of tables, drum tech putting away the drums because we weren't using them from behind them. On the stage behind them, we're trying to put on a show. And basically the venue, packing up and venue, like literally disrespecting the shit out of them and out of their set. And regardless of there not being that many people left or whatever, and regardless if I started raining a little bit, which is totally irrelevant, the venue itself disrespected the last band by packing up and in your face, like putting stools up and like see it crickets chirping, and then we were getting ready to leave. They were freaking rushed us the fuck out of there, like we were holding them up. It was only like 12:30 at night. What the fuck is that about, guys? Come on now. I mean, if we had 50 people still left over, I don't know if they'll be acting any different. I've never played that venue before. I've been there a couple of times, and I think the booking company is really good. Gravity Given Productions is usually really great. But I'd like to know why or what possessed people to think that it was okay to be packing up, putting these bar stools up on. We're not talking about a giant venue with tons of work to be done. We're talking 3 or 4 bistro tables and a bunch of chairs out in front and a bar that's an outside bar so it needs to be zipped up. Couldn't that fucking wait until after their set? Couldn't it have waited just to put up those few chairs? Everybody had to be, and then it rushes the fuck out of their way. Come on, it's time to go, time to go. We had 3 guys to pack up. We had no gear, and it was just us. We were out of there within 10 minutes after we got to the golf stage, and we were rushed out of there. And guys were like, because we didn't draw. I mean, they always do anyway. It doesn't matter because the other band that we brought there did. And what the fuck? It was only like, it wasn't even 1 o'clock in the morning. It wasn't even like last call, like Al and I breathing down throats or anything. Like Vince Fultz freaking get the fuck out. It's 2:30 in the morning. Get the fuck out. That's totally understandable because you gotta get the fuck out. Yeah, freaking. Oh, that's another thing. If you're not with the band and it's 2 a.m. and get the fuck out of the fucking venue. Venue will get in trouble. Venue will get in trouble if your ass is in there. You're not part of the band on stage. It doesn't matter if your girlfriend of the band. Does not matter. Get the fuck out of the fucking venue. Last call means get the fuck out.
I'll tell you this. A while ago,
don't dog.
I'm at this one bar. I'm watching a cover band. Your
boyfriend plays the drums doesn't mean you can just freaking slow your ass down.
Now, when I'm watching a cover band, and one of the guys in the cover band, I open up for his band several years before that. So he comes up to me. He says, "Oh, KMX band, Tigers and Robots. I love you guys. Wait, are you guys still around?" "Yeah, we've been playing out for the last 6 years." And then like, you know, conversation slowly ended up there, but that's always a bitch. I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm a fan of you." Have you ever?
Well, at least they know you.
Yes.
At least
Have you ever heard me?
Tigers and
Have you ever heard me? Oh, you're a fan of me. You remember it. You had 6 years to Google my name, at which point you would have found out whether or not I was still around. Huh? The fuck is wrong with you? But no.
At least they know. At least they knew a song to say. At least they knew.
Yes, they know the song.
Just like I said, with so many bands out nowadays, I mean, there's ones I never even heard of. I used to think that was unusual, and now it's the norm.
What do you think is in this iced tea?
Probably not any tea. Probably need tea. Probably no lemon, no tea.
Yeah.
I'm going to drink it down anyway. It's the last of it. See that?
Last call for iced tea.
Speaking of iced tea.
His cover of Institutionalized.
Your body count out fucking rocks. It's fucking awesome. Yo, and we have to do our own brand, do our own version of Institutionalized, okay?
No, I'll do my own version of Cock Killer.
No, we have to do our own version of Institutionalized, okay? We're ready? One of these shows, we're going to surprise you.
And then I think I can play the song.
So I'm not crazy, you're the one who's crazy.
B-A-B-A-C, B-A-B-A-C, or A-B-A-B-C.
So we're sitting down in the studio getting ready to tape our show, and all of a sudden they start video.
You could probably do a big band version of that.
No, we have to do. We're going to do a 191 version of Institutionalized by one of my favorite bands in the world.
What else do I want to bitch about? Probably nothing.
Oh, I got a mosquito bite in my elbow. Okay, well I thought nobody's watching us because I did not announce this being on. Do we have anybody watching us? We have one viewer.
We have one viewer. Oh,
somebody's watching us.
Well, I was going to tell you, I got a feeling.
How did you know we were on
Somebody's watching me.
It's probably Olivia. It's probably making fun of us.
Olivia,
let's open up the chat and see if there's anybody.
That'd be really funny if.
Let's see if this works. The chat. Here's a chat box. Okay.
Chat box.
Chat. Okay. Chat. I hate
Fever.
that word. Fucking chat. Almost as much as I hate the word. Actually, I don't hate any words.
I hate the word twat.
You do?
Yeah.
My ex-husband hates the word snack.
I hate the word twat farmer.
Group chat. Twat farmer. Can't say that that's one that we have to come up with. We have to experience too much.
I gotta tell you what I hated. When I did college radio, they told us, don't say any of the 7 words. Stay away from the 7 words you can't say on radio. Same 7 words you can't say on television, apparently. And it was shit, ass, dick, twat, cunt, right? And then cocksucker and motherfucker. So I said, wait a minute. Cocksucker and motherfucker?
Those are compound words.
Exactly. Why not just so that means the fuck and cock are okay? Or horse fucker?
Name what words you hate for no rational reason.
Like why throw mother into there?
My friend Shannon hates the word panties.
Why are you driving people's mothers into this, motherfucker? Why should we if you're the ones telling people not to curse, shouldn't you be trimming down your own curses? Just say fuck and cock. Don't get anyone's mother involved.
I don't like the word vagina.
Well,
it's an ugly word. And I don't like the word penis either. They're both ugly words.
Okay, but they're both very natural things.
Yeah, but I don't like those words.
In Spanish they call it un pino.
I like that.
I think vagina.
Tochas.
Vagina. Yeah, so I got a Luich, mierda.
You can call it whatever.
Voy a
like
chingados.
Those 2 words. I just don't, and not because of what they mean, but just because I don't like the words. I think they're awful words. There's other words I don't like either. I can't think of what they are right now.
Some pump.
No.
Twat farmer.
Twat farmer.
That should have been one of the 7 words. Okay, you cannot say twat farmer.
So if a hillbilly is a Michigan dirt farmer, then what's the twat farmer start out as?
Well, I have no idea.
There's a backwards freaking riddle for you.
Or twat waffle. Can't say twat waffle.
Twat waffle. That's funny.
That'd be like a good commercial. Who are you gonna pick? Twat waffle. Yeah, there's also another thing you can't say.
Funny.
The fat deacon.
Fat deacon.
The fat deacon, your mouth, bitch. Yeah, so that's another word you can't say on the air.
So we just said our chat was what words do you hate for no rational reason?
Well, okay, I'll tell you this about words that I hated. I'm going to go back. This is a very personal story. It's in high school, right? I went to the same high school that she went to, but see they had the debate club that we had in high school was called a Junto Club.
I don't like Junto. That's a dumb word.
Junto.
I don't like
Junto.
that word.
Okay.
I don't like that word.
KMX hates Junto right there.
Anyway, Junto. I don't like Junto either.
As soon as I walked into this school, I would see all these signs up. Attention, all.
Oh, was that Episcopal Academy?
Yes.
Yes, I hated that word too.
I think it was
Junto.
just. It's only right. It was only. It's
so
only schools in that area.
does Athena. We
Anyway.
both fucking hate those words.
So anyway, I would walk into the school. I had no idea what it was, but I'd see these signs up everywhere. Attention, all Junto members. Top 10 reasons to come to the Junto debate. Blah, blah, blah. I didn't even know what it was, but they're assaulting me with this word. I found out.
You hate the word on top of it.
Yeah.
It's like somebody saying it's like
Junto.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's like they walk up to the hallway and they're going, hey, Kevin. Junto, Junto, Junto. So anyway, I find out from my brother. I find out it's the debate club. Okay. But then, of course, I walk back in there the next day, and it doesn't change. It's still Junto, Junto, Junto. So what I did towards the end of the year, the last week before exams, I made a sign. It said, attention, all Junto members. Mandatory meeting in wrestling room this Sunday at 8:00 p.m. And I just started putting that up. And
just because you hated the word.
Yeah, just because, see, my brother saw the sign. He's like, yeah, and you want to add to debate why we have this stupid club. And I'm like, no.
Out of the school.
I'm like, no. See, I'm not attacking their club. I'm attacking their word. I'm getting even with them for throwing that word at me, so I'm throwing the word back out at them. Get it? I don't think he did. But anyway, I don't think anyone did. I got signed up, and a little bit after that, I'm about to go into history class. And the one dude behind me was like, hey, you guys going to the debate? Are you guys going to the meeting on Sunday? I'm not. And then I said to him, no, it's a joke. Basically, everyone. I think some people fell for it at first, but by the time that Sunday rolled around, no one actually came. They had pretty much deduced by then it was, because I could only put the signs up in the men's room. Mm-hmm. But I put them on the first and third floor men's rooms. So people would see them. But I think they probably caught on, if they really wanted to book a meeting in the wrestling room during spring, it wouldn't have to be 8 o'clock on a Sunday. And they wouldn't do that, right before exams. So anyway, it's a really pointless story. But, ooh, I do like fatty asses.
I hate the word fatty. Like, hey, baby, you got a fatty. Shut the fuck up, dude. I have a big butt. That's not a compliment for a white girl. Hey, baby, you got a fatty. It's like, I got a what? A fatty?
Well, I like big butts,
fatty?
And I cannot lie.
If you don't just walk up to a stranger and say that, it's just not. It's not cool. It's a boundary issue, and it's fucking. Who raised you? Does your mother know you talk to people like that? Fucking perverts. God, it pissed me off. It's not a compliment. Oh, it's a compliment. It's not a compliment. It's a freaking boundary issue.
Yeah.
It's a boundary issue. Like, I don't know that I've got a freaking ass. I know I have an ass. You don't tell me that. You would say that you like my ass. Why don't you say, hey, baby, I like your fatty. I said, hey, baby, you got a fatty. Like, what am I fucking... Oh, really? A what? What did you call me, fatty? Fuck you.
Now, what I like when women feel my muscles. I like when when women like, if I'm at like you can feel it. If they're at like a retail store, they're like, ooh, look at these. I want to feel these muscles. I like it when they do that.
You like it?
I like like, oh yeah, whenever they do that.
It happens to you all the time, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Like when you walk into Luke Well, people just go, hey, baby, can I feel your muscles?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. I do like getting that, but that's definitely a bit different than saying, hey, baby, you got a fatty. That's something.
You got a fatty.
Walk down South Street, you see that, you got a fatty. Yeah, right.
Shut up. Like, that's going to get you anywhere.
That's more of the you see.
And shame on you women who does get it somewhere, if that gets you somewhere. If people like me get preyed on because of you.
Yes. Ew.
You got a fatty. Why don't you just say what you're trying to say?
Should hang out with the Brooklyn girls, Candy girls. You're my way. Instead of saying you got a fatty, start singing Candy Girls by New Edition. Then see how they react.
You're not there for the tribute to my ass, the chocolate arrow. That was humiliating. Apparently it was a compliment.
What, they put that on a big screen, a picture of your butt?
No, it was it's a story that shall go untold right now. But Basically, I was doing video. There's the balcony, Trocadero balcony. You know, they have the facade on stage that sucks to do video, and they have the riser goes up in front.
Yeah.
Well, they had me situated doing video all night right there, and there's risers right in front of the stage.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm facing the stage the whole time. Therefore, the back of me is facing the audience. Well, at the end of the show, they had an ovation, a standing ovation for Camera Girls Fetty. It was a rap show.
Oh, okay.
Apparently, it was pretty epic that they did that for somebody's ass, but it was humiliating to me.
Oh.
Not because I'm some kind of stiff and I'm some kind of prude and I'm some kind of like no fun freaking gloomy Jane of
You start talking about people's body parts like that.
But because I just realized that the entire night my ass was a center of conversation, attention, and of much fucking glee and much freaking activity behind me, and I was so fucking stupid I didn't even notice, and I did not even turn around, didn't even think about the fact that. But my rear end was literally, I mean, if somebody else has a video of it, it was pretty bad. I mean, they were literally doing all kinds of crude shit on my back all night long and all kinds of shit. And it was very, very, very disturbing that I was mad at myself for not knowing and not being aware of the fact that I can't stand there and do my job like any other human being and not have to be freaking an object of freaking folly. Only long, it sucks, and I'm not saying, oh, you respect me for what I do, my professional stuff. I'm pissed off that I didn't even notice. I did not turn around one time. I did not, and if they got away with it, it made me look like a total fucking moron. It did me. I felt like a moron. I felt like an idiot for not knowing. Then again, who would have ever thought? Then you're sitting there just working like I do all the time. And now I've got this paranoia. Now I'm afraid to turn my back on anybody. Like, I mean, the Phantasm show, you'll notice it's filmed from the side of the stage most of the time because I was in a mood and I was like, I don't want anybody staring at my butt.
I'll tell you this: when you walk into the King of Prussia Mall, on the first floor, they'll have like different merchants. They just selling stuff like on the walkway, just in the hall. And anyway, I go in there one day and they have eyebrow waxing. Right, so I walk in.
Did you get your brow done?
No, but. Second I walk past there, they see me, and I feel the crosshairs lock. Like, excuse me, sir, would you like to make your eyebrows shorter? Would you like to do that? They're seeing like ABC, always be closing, kiss, keep it short and simple.
You're the whole reason why they exist.
Juice, join us in creating excitement. They're all thinking that right now.
It was driving them nuts.
Yeah, let's get them. Let's get this guy. Let's get him right now. Let's get them. They're running over there.
They had a jihad out for you.
Right, they're screaming all their sales acronyms back there. We're not trying. Trying is the reason you're individually not growing. They're coming over here. Kiss, keep it short and simple. ABC, always be close. Blah blah blah. I escaped.
What was it? You were like this. Dun 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 dun.
Yes, it's something like that.
It was like the zombies were after you.
Actually, that was sort of an exaggeration. And I mean, I've walked by there a bunch of times since then. But yeah, I felt like when I walked in there, like they're just like, okay, get him.
Yeah. Then you got it's kind of something like you don't know that you have banged your eyebrow.
Yeah.
He knows. He looks like that. It's part of his character, and we love him because of his brow.
I can't.
Don't you ever threaten the eyebrow again, bitch. Because I'll get you.
Ooh.
You know it was a woman, too, right? Or maybe it was...
That's why I was thinking about going to Iraq for a while.
It's like going to Jamaica. And I with long hair and then trying to braid your hair. Braid your hair, man. Braid your hair. Okay, after a while, I'm like, braid my fucking hair because I can't take it anymore. And that night, I've never been so much pain in my life because they braided my hair and it was tight. And I felt like my whole head was going to fucking explode. So I was trying to take these fucking braids out. I couldn't get them out. They were so tight. I was freaking crying. I was like, oh my God, they tortured the fucking shit out of me. The next day, I finally had them out. And I didn't sleep all night, and I had a migraine headache because of it. And when we came to get braid your hair, I'm like, no, braid my fucking hair! I swear to God, I think she thought I was totally fucking crazy because I was like, I was literally tortured by this fucking shit. Wow. So anyway, that's totally off the cuff. But no, one thing, I had some road rage the other day. I've been experiencing myself having more and more, like, less and less patience on the road. And it's freaking, where you make that left turn off of Belmont Avenue onto Montgomery Drive during rush hour, there's two lanes going to one. Mm-hmm. It's like, it's tic-tac, one car goes, after one car goes, it's protocol. Well, this one woman cut me off, and she obviously didn't know what she was doing. She probably was not familiar with the area, but I almost hit her. And I mean, I held my breath and hit my brakes. Like, this is going to definitely be an accident. I can't believe that we didn't hit. And I got right up on her ass, I like tailgating her, like, fucking motherfucker. When I saw her, got her right up and giving her for me. You really know how to fucking drive. There was some young girl, and I felt really bad. Next day, some woman. She wasn't moving over the way protocol. One take turns. This bitch just goes good and go. Well, I got a giant freaking Dodge Hemi truck, freaking 3/4 ton, freaking dually truck. Okay, this woman's got I don't even know compact car. She wasn't budging. She was honking hard. I was gonna run her the fuck over. I didn't run her over. Anyway, we got into a battle of wits and fucking a battle of wills, and I ended up letting her go because I would have killed the bitch. She's in front of me, and I'm like honking at her like fuck you. Next thing she knows, she stops her car. She gets out of her car. She's going to kick my ass. I just see her sort of burqa. I'm like, bring the burqa, bitch. Bring it. I didn't realize she was going to actually get out of her car and freaking come up to my door and try to drag me out and kick my ass. Well, thank God traffic started honking and moving, and she had to get back in her car. And my friend in the car with me said, she could have a gun in that burqa. Oh, my God, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, yeah. And then when she started having to get back in her car because these people were honking and cursing her out and shit, she had to get back in her car, and she knew that she was against them. I was like, yeah, you yo, for your mouth off again. Like, I was some kind of idiot. She could forget a gunshot me. I mean, crazy. Still, but I mean, it was like, I can't believe I'm like the most unconfrontational person on earth. I mean, a big talker and stuff like that, but lately I've had a big mouth, and it can get me in trouble, you know, or hurt somebody's feelings or something, which I don't.
Yeah, well, I mean, I knew you were in trouble when you walked in.
Walked in where?
I knew you were in trouble when you walked in.
You walked into my life. That's history. Okay, so anyway, we have our...
There's our 5-year anniversary coming up.
Is it only been 5 years?
Of me in here. So for you, for this show, it's probably more like 7, 8, or 9 years, but for me, this is my 5-year anniversary. 7
years for our show. Collectively, you started out with JJX Live. JJX Live until radio. We were called radio, even though we were always video. We always did video. We didn't.
The JJX Robot.
JJX Live. And with Joe Jordan was my first host. And we had Derek Scott Harris. And then we had Tony Rocco. And we've been through a lot
Carol.
Carol was never a host. She just kind of helped out. And
okay, but yeah, she brought me here.
We had Jeffrey. God, he did Works in Progress. I forget his name now because he only did the show once, even though...
Yeah, so I don't remember him. We had Amanda Mayhem help us out. We had Allie help us out.
Allie, yep, Allie. We had Tony Cadaver. This was show number times. Shout out to Ian Darkheart, our freaking long lost, wonderful host. We miss you so much.
Deanna?
And also, no, she never hosted the show.
Yeah.
And also, a shout out to Aaron Smith, a.k.a. Ronston Smith, up in North Jersey. He was our North Jersey host, New York City host for Betray Us, who now has a new band. I'm not going to reveal their name yet because they're not ready, but they're freaking awesome. And I hooked them up with the Throwdown Syndicate from DC. They're going to do a gig out together, which is going to be awesome. So hopefully he's going to host our first show when Throwdown Syndicate comes on. He's going to guest host with you.
Nice.
Yeah, and he has not guest hosted since... I think
since the original Throwdown.
Since the Damn Dirty Apes came on the show and they refused to do the Milli Vanilli thing. Well, it's late. It's much later than you thought you'd be here. And I thank you for stopping the flood. And I thank you for doing the show. And I thank you for
wanted to make the flood part, sort of Red Sea style.
And we didn't really accomplish what we wanted to, but we got to great. So, and we lost our one viewer.
Ooh.
It's amazing we even had one.
Yeah.
Who was it? How'd they find us?
Probably.
And when we replay this, who watches it? That's curious. You know, the last one we did, we were on for like 3 hours talking about all kinds of stupid shit.
Yeah.
Dude, you know how many people watch our show? It's got like so many views. No comments, but tons of views.
That's great. Yeah. How many is tons?
Those Middle Eastern guys are like obsessed with me. I don't know who they are, but they're all freaking friending me and stuff on Facebook or trying to. And they're putting all stuff about from like PLO and all kinds of crazy shit on about Palestine and all kinds of free all kinds of stuff, political stuff on my page. And I apologize, guys, for taking it down, but my politics are that of free will and accountability, aka anarchism. for the real political term of it, not like freaking crazy in the streets shit. Not like our friend's Prophet, or using the Yogi Bear theory, not the Yogi Bear. Shout out to Prophet.
Shout out to Prophet.
We rewatched her show the other night with my daughter. She couldn't believe it. She's like, these guys are freaking really for real, are they? I said, yeah, they're really for real.
Yeah, I definitely want to see them live again.
Yeah, they're great band live. They're great bands. Politically, I question their political theories, but I don't question their dedication to them. So that's all that matters.
So hopefully we'll see more of them down the road.
Yeah, let's have them back on the show. Shout out to Prophet. Definitely, because I cannot find the footage of them, their actual performance on our show. It disappeared. It got eaten up somewhere, which is why it's never aired, and I felt really bad. So.
Well, we got some footage of them, right?
Just their interview.
Okay, I thought there was some live footage in there.
Only stuff that was taped on live stream, which sucked. Well, that's okay, but that's iffy. That's why we're here on YouTube trying this format out. And we've been talking for, I don't know anybody who watched this entire show has got too much time on their hands. Or at least congratulations, you got free time, which we don't have, except for right now at 1 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday night.
Awesome.
I've got school tomorrow, and you've got work.
Yeah, so I'm going to have to head out to that.
And now
I need to get changed out of these clothes right now.
Yeah, do you want some clothes? I've got some spare clothes.
No, I can make it to my car.
And now that we've got some lighting down the driveway, too. Mm-hmm. Signing out. Stay tuned. Wednesday night will be 360 Live with the following bands that we named. God. All the bands were named, plus the Aristococked, and what was the other one?
Knife.
Knife, spelled how?
K-N-I-F, I think.
Oh, as a knife. And then we identified the mystery band and all kinds of stuff, and then we'll have the re-airing of Phantasm on Thursday night, and hopefully our show should be the third Sunday in August. Let's see if this interface works. Let's see if it recorded. If it didn't, then sayonara, and I hope this is all water under the bridge. And you know who you are. If we're talking about you, you know who you are. Yeah, right. We didn't talk about anybody specifically. Hey, I don't talk shit on anybody. But I'll tell it to your face.
Usually when we're not recording.
Stop recording now. Stop broadcast.
Second best.
I don't know. I hope second best. The bomb. Second best. The damn dirty happy day ever get out of jail. Where are you guys? You guys got to come back on the show. They used to be my house band. I miss them so much.
Remember what Second Best? I played on the metalcore song.
Second Best was so fucking awesome.
I played on the Under Siege song. And Rafferty and I were here at the barbecue, and they were dying during that.
Have you played that for them?
Yeah.
You played that also for the Booth.
The Booth.
We gotta have a Booth back on the show. The Booth was the most fun show we ever did. It was unexpectedly fun show. It was so much freaking awesome. Yeah, shout out to a Booth. Check out the Booth from freaking Chichester. Boy, brothers, let me tell you. Hot. Even if you hate rap, ladies, check out the Booth. Final word for the
night.
That
was the best harmonica play I've ever done. I was playing a Honer for 20 years, but yeah, the harmonica.